So guys, welcome to this live stream, another live stream session. So guys, a lot has been happening in this country. There insecurity. See, look at what has been going on. A lot, when I mean a lot has been going on. There are incidents of these bad guys. They'll come, kidnap people, clear a village, clear a community, finish people, and a lot of stories, a lot of bad stories, a lot of bad stories. And this is what this article have for us today. Let's see what happened here. So it says here that 2,140 Nigerians were kidnapped in 7 months as insecurity worsens. Insecurity worsens. We all know the situation we find ourselves in this country. The insecurity is at its highest peak. Insecurity is at its highest peak. Now, no one is safe anywhere again. Nobody is safe again. If you say you want to go out now, it's a very big problem. Excuse me. It's a very big problem because nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. How can 2,140 Nigerians be kidnapped in just 7 months? 7 good months. 7 good months. A whole giant of Africa. What is really going on in this country? I have so many questions because even as it is going on, the government, they are not saying anything. They are not doing anything about this. They are not saying anything. They are not doing anything about it. They are not doing anything about it. So now let's see what this article has to say. Let's see what the website is saying here now. Okay, it says no fewer than 2,140 people were reported kidnapped across 24 states of the country between January to July 2024. Ah, you guys can see, you can clearly see what is going on here. The first day of the new month, see what this see how the year is started. See how the year started. The first month of the year, this is how it started. Insecurity have already started, and the government are not saying anything about it. It says here that between January to July, this is what happened. 2,140 people were collected. They were kidnapped. It says here that the research was also conducted through a careful analysis of various kidnapping incidents reported in 4 Nigerian newspapers, namely The Punch, The Guardian, the Nation, Vanguard, during the period under review, meaning that they have already accumulated all the incidents that happened, and they are now publishing it and say, see what happened in the past 7 months from from January to July. This is what is happening. He says here that it shows that families of 62 victims representing 2.89% of total adoptees paid the sum of 398 million naira as ransom to secure their release from the bad guys. To secure their release from the bad guys. This is the problem we have in this country. How can these people be having their way? How can these bad guys be having their way and doing whatever they want? If you look at the stats here now, it's saying over the 7 months, gunmen reportedly collected 193 people in January, 101 in February, 543 in March, 112 in April, a whopping 977 in May, 97 in June, and in July, 117. That is a total sum of 667 victims were taken away in Zamfara, 454 in Kaduna, 252 in Niger, 183 in Abuja FCT, 121 in Borno, 117 in Katsina, 60 in Kogi, and 47 in Ogun. Others were like Delta 35, Nasarawa 31, Oyo 20, Benue 19, Rivers 13, Ondo 33, Sokoto 15, Ekiti 10, Akwa Ibom 29, Abia 10, Anambra 5, Taraba 6, and Edo 2. You all can see what is going on in what article is saying. He says here that people they are mentioning the states, the number of people that were collected by these bad guys, and these numbers are not funny. These are the lives of people that the government are not even saying anything about. He said among the reported incidents by the Punch, there was the case of involving 85 travelers abducted along the Kaduna-Abuja highway near Katiri in Kachi local government area of Kaduna State between January 4th and 5th. He said the most significant incident in February occurred on the first day of the month when these bad guys abducted no fewer than 60 wedding guests. If you remember, if you follow my channel and follow my life, I said something recently about two guys who went for a wedding, and on their way back, these bad guys they came and double crossed them. That is how they operate. They will come and they came and double cross those guys and bundle them. They tie them down, shooting in the air, tie them down, bundle them, and carry them into the bush. And carry them into the bush. And reports then said that these bad guys they were demanding for the sum of 1.3 million naira for the release of those two guys. But thank God, the security personnel there, the armed forces there, they came and intervened. They rescued those guys, and thank God for that. Now moving on here, it says here that these wedding guests, 60 of them, who were believed to be escorting a bride home in Sabinwa, Sabuwa local government area of Katsina State. So these people they were just escorting the bride home and say, okay, wedding don finish now, make everybody go rest, make dem just do wetin they want. These people intervene. I believe they have been monitoring them since. They have been monitoring since the wedding started until till these bad guys they plotted it. They plotted it well, and it happened. So you guys can see what is going on. We need to be careful. We need to be careful, and the government have to also do something about this. It says here that the country also witnessed the outrageous kidnapping of no fewer than 80 people and teachers of government secondary school in LEA primary school at Kiluga. This one saddens my heart, because how can we say these children in the school are futures of tomorrow, are leaders of tomorrow, and whereas these bad guys are having their way to do all manner of things, all manner of evil to them. It's so bad, it's so alarming. Even the teachers, who is going to teach people? Why are they doing this? Why are these bad guys doing this? The government doesn't even have they are not even saying anything about it. They are not saying anything about it. These guys had their way in a school and collected 280 people and teachers combined. It says here that the Kaduna State by bandits on Thursday, that is 7th March, that same month, terrorists kidnapped 87 people after launching a fresh attack on Kajuru station community in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State. This was this was in addition to 10 other different kidnapping incidents recorded during. You can see. So these people had their way again after they operated in another mission on the 7th of March. That is to happen on a Thursday. He's also saying here that that is on April, 30 children were taken away by suspected bandits at Kasia village in Basiri local government area of Katsina State. This may witness the most horrific case since the beginning of this year that these bad guys have abducted over 500 persons, finishing 5 in 50 villages in Zamfara. This is so bad. So it's so bad. It's so appalling. I don't understand again. I don't understand anymore. I don't understand where this country is heading. How can these people have their way and finish such amount of people, such numbers of people? How can? It's not a good thing. How can they? The government really need to come and do something immediately. It says here, according to the House of Representatives from the state, Bello Shanif Tafi as reported as reported by the Guardian. He said that on the 24th of May, these bad guys they finished 4 security task force members and 3 villagers in a midnight attack. They abducted no fewer than 200 residents, 200 residents in Niger State, 200 residents, members of the Kauchi community in Munya local government area of Niger State, which the bandits invaded, described the attack of the worst of its kind in the last 5 years. Okay. So this place is saying that this attack that happened is the worst of its kind in the last 5 years. If it happened like this this year, that means it can happen again if the government doesn't do anything about it. It can happen again if the government doesn't do anything. If they don't bring more armed forces to help. We are starting the year with such news. It's bad. And see what we are facing now. See what even currently, see what we are facing now. There is no food, there is nothing. Fuel have increased. Recently, I heard that fuel is now 1,000 naira per liter. Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? Everything just scatter. No way again. I'm not even sure I'm in Nigeria because this place is like hell. So it's saying here that in June, terrorists, these bad guys, kidnapped 20 travelers along Maiduguri Kano Highway. Among several cases reported, several cases reported. That means they have been operating there. They are always operating there. They are always operating there. If they're always operating there, they should mark that place bad and try that the government should try and bring more security personnel, bring more police or bring more soldiers there to guide that place. Tight security. So it's saying here that the increased rate of kidnap may have contradicted a recent claim by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Etebo, who said that there has been a decline in crime rates across the country. You all can see that it is not even increasing at all. Rather, It is not even decreasing at all. Rather, it is increasing far by far. Like is going up. Is really going up. The government have to step in. It's really going up. So they are trying to deploy strategies for all this, and this is what we love to hear. So moving on, it says here that in January, between January and July, a total sum of a total sum of 389 million naira were reported to have been paid to secure the release of 62 kidnapped victims. A sum of 389 million. It's because that these people are having their way. That's why we are seeing this kind of amount, or hearing this kind of story. When these bad guys have their way, they tend to do more and they do it worse. They make it worse. They do it so bad that you cannot even imagine. You cannot even imagine that this kind of thing happen. It says in January, the sum of 25 million was paid to a gang kidnappers to rescue the release of a wholesaler in Port Harcourt, that is Rivers State. Also, the former Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, that is Ali Pantami, mobilizes the sum of 60 million. See the kind of money they are spending. All this money, they can even use and invest something and invest in this country, invest in Nigeria. They're using it to release people. If the government can come and do something, I don't think all this money will be flying here and there to all these bad guys because they will misuse it. So government should come and do something. They should come and do something. So it's saying here that which was paid as a ransom, that is the 60 million, which was paid as a ransom to secure the release of Nabiha and 5 of her sisters who were adopted at their house in Abuja in 2nd of January 2024. Imagine, we are all shouting Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Thank God you have seen it. And this kind of thing is happening. These bad guys have had their way and did what they did to collect the open amount of 60 million naira. The government need to really do something. It's getting out of hand. They need to do something. He said that this guy, in February, the wife of the kidnapped former governorship candidate of Labour Party in Anambra State, that is Obiora, said that is told the High Court sitting in Nnewi that her family paid a sum of 5.4 million naira to her husband's kidnapper, who also kidnapped the 9 persons in Ekiti State, comprising 6 people and 3 others, that is collecting a total of 15 million as ransom before releasing them. As ransom before releasing them. This is this is this is I can't believe my eyes at all. I can't just believe my eyes. How can we call ourselves the number one in Africa? How can we boast of our nation when there is corruption, when there is insecurity, when there is no food, lack of food, high cost of living? You want to buy something, you have to gather money well before you buy, and it will not even be enough. Insecurity on the other hand, no one can walk freely again. You heard I showed the case of these guys that the bride after a wedding, they were escorting the bride home, and these guys came. Nowhere is safe again in this Nigeria. Nowhere is safe. These guys are having their it's as if they are taking over. It's as if they are taking over Nigeria. And it will not happen. But the government have to come and do something. They have to come. They have to intervene. I mean intervene. They have to act immediately, fast, because these people are having, they are trooping in. These bad guys, they are trooping in. They are trooping in, and it's not something that we should overlook. It's not something that we should overlook. Cha, these guys are having their way. He's also saying here that in May, this gang, the gang which kidnapped and murdered a retired military officer in Owerri, that is the area of Imo State, Major General Richard, collected the sum of $50,000. You see, they are not dealing in dollars because they feel they have right. They are doing what they are doing, and nobody is questioning them, nobody is stopping them. The government are not saying anything. And in convert it to naira is 700 and seven seventy sorry 79.8 million naira as the ransom from his family to release that man as they kidnapped him. This thing is not encouraging the leaders of people. It's not encouraging our. Please, the government have to do something about this. The government have to do something about it. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And I know one day e go better for this country. I know say one day e go better for this country. So guys, please, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and see you guys in my next video.